It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Jets on Thursday night.
Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the 46, here's the second down and 4. Rodgers now to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught. It's Wilson. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 30. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Hall. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Hall want to give up the middle. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On play action. Now Rodgers. Outright, he's got Rucker. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
That's good for another Jets.
They'll run with Hall. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? On the sneak, Rodgers. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Jets put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the rookie from the University of Washington.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice. because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
In motion goes McLeod. A play fake. Now Penix. Looking deep here from Mooney. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he stopped immediately there. Matt Judon there to bring him down. 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Escapes the sand, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. with Robinson. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
53 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing is Rodgers.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Give to Hall running right.
Oh, what a move.
And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Here's Rodgers to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Lazard.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Here's Rodgers.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half.
Across the formation, he finds Rucker.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Rodgers going to throw.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now Rodgers. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field.
He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Looking to throw, Penix. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Throwing again, Penix.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome.
No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick, please? Thank you. All right, let's go. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's Penix. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
To the air, Penix.
His throw incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They'll throw with Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And looking to throw, Penix. Completes a Mooney on the slant.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play.
hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Penix. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Penix to the air once more.
Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much and you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Oh, able to avoid him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A handoff for Hall.
Fighting through. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Oh, this is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
69 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw here. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's got the hook up to McLeod. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Penix working out of the gun here. That's complete to Mooney.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
right at the 30.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Hall again on 2nd down.
That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the 1st down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Hall again. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Here's a give to Hall. 106 yards on the ground for him now as he has got better really, as the night's gone on.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
To throw is Rodgers.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
They juked him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Jets are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's 2nd and 8. Able to complete this one to McLeod. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Operating from the gun, Penix. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And despite the cold, despite the snow, This one was fun to watch, and I want to thank you for bringing two things, the space heater and the hot chocolate. Those were a big help for us here in the booth.
Yeah, just so you know, in the future, get your own space heater. Okay, I'm an only child. I don't share very often. But this had to bring out, like, the 12-year-old in us, didn't it? I mean, to be able to watch this, and let's face it, when you were that age, you didn't come inside until Mom screamed, "Get inside now, young man," because you wanted to be out there just having a good time, and actually you almost forgot just how cold it was. I'm sure these guys didn't, but they ended up playing just like those 12-year-olds and getting it done.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.